Welcome to another episode of Exclusive News TV. I'm your host, the only one, the illest in Nebraska. And before you come in, please make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. We're a new page here. We're growing, and we have things we need to discuss, things we need to talk about. There's a lot of questions that are being asked as to why this, why that. How could one let this happen? What's wrong with the coach? Why are the Cleveland Browns doing this, and why are they doing that and doing? Well, I'm gonna say it to you as simple as I can put it to you. One of my one of my one of my one of my um one of my one of my one of my favorite tunes of all time is see, I got my flag on. America by Trick Daddy. You know, the rapper from Miami that came out in the late 90s. And he wrote a song called America back in 2000. And when he first comes on the record and he says, "Supposed to be land of the free. I don't see how. America." This was wrote back in 2000. The artist Trick Daddy out of Miami say, "Supposed to be land of the free. I don't see how. Count me in, huh? America." Man, make sure y'all hit that like button coming in. We about to go in today. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. In the lyrics of this song, Trick Daddy say, "I'm doing this one for the struggle and every bad doing brother who living in the gutter. You want better cars and a better heart, your own yard and a place to park. You want to trust them. You want to trust them, right? And have a better life, a bigger crib, a home cooked meal. This is America. This is the land of the free, the land of the free, the land of the free. This is what we all was sold, right?" But he also gets in a little bit deeper, and he says that the game wasn't told to me. It was sold to me. We were never free. Not in America. But right here is what gets me, y'all. And I'm cooking. I'm going somewhere. See, Kevin Stefanski, I call him Kevin Stefanski. He's only doing what he's told to do. Let that sink in. After watching from the beginning of the draft when those kids played that so-called prank on Shadur's biggest time, his biggest moment in his life. And you had these two white kids call and pull that stunt on national TV, and nothing was really done about it. Matter of fact, nothing was done about it. What they say, slap on the wrist, right? Slap on the wrist. What up, OG? But in this song that Trick Daddy wrote, right? This is what gets me every time. Every time I hear this song, like I said, it's one of my favorite songs of all time. He said, you only got $2 and give less than a fuck, then you a ninja. You got a nice home and a Lexus truck. Guess what? You still a ninja. World champions and you MVP. Guess what? You still a ninja. 4 degrees and a PhD. Guess what? You still a ninja. You use your platinum card for IDs, and guess what? You still a ninja. If your skin is brown, just like me, you still a ninja. Got a promotion and a fat ass raise, you still a ninja. Shot by the cops at a traffic stop, guess what? You still a ninja. Who getting 10 to 20 life sentences on their first case? Oh man, Trick Daddy. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. And you say, well damn, Illis, how do we get from Kevin Stefanski to Stanky to Shedeur to Trick Daddy? How did we get here? Well, I'm gonna tell you how we got here. What up, Cuban Kane? I'm gonna tell you how we got here. By far, Shedeur should have been the number 1 or number 2 pick in NFL draft that last year. He should have been the number 1 or number 2, top 5, top 10 by far, right? But you had this good old boy excuse me. You had this good old boy system that said, you know what? We gonna show these ninjas that we are in charge. We run this. Now, we gonna pick him up. Matter of fact, Cleveland, y'all gonna pick him up. And salute to the brother that drafted, Shedeur. I get it. Because ain't now one of them, did it. So they had to use one of us to draft him, right? Cool. But the Cleveland Browns head coach is only doing what he's told to do by his bosses. Let me tell y'all something. All you hear around on social media, sports talk shows or radio stations is the Cleveland Browns head coach needs to be fired. He needs to be fired. He needs to be up out of here. Now, y'all know if any other coach was doing that and we didn't have all this controversy that they done started going on with the Sanders family and Shedeur Sanders, then that coach would have been up out of here. Guaranteed. Gone. Because he's showing that he doesn't have what it takes, or he's not showing his leadership, a leader in being a head coach of a football team. You think these things that Kevin Stefanski that he's doing is on accident? Do you think this is on accident? This is not on accident. This is on purpose. Now, the chilling part about all this, I done heard so many things about, oh man, Kevin is really a good dude, and man, he loves his family, he loves his people. He treats others well. In the past, he's been that coach you go talk to. This, so how did it change so much with Shedeur if he's all these great things, right? Now, don't get it twisted. He might be. He might be. But he's doing what he's told to do out there coaching the Cleveland Browns football team today. He's doing what he's told to do. Now, I want to drop a bombshell on y'all. I don't know if y'all knew about this. Let me drop this on y'all. So, I just had it. Where are we at? There's an article that's out right now, where it came out back in 2022. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it or heard about it. But do y'all remember when the Miami Dolphins coach Brian Flores, he filed a class action lawsuit against the Football League, contained at least 2 explosive claims that the NFL owners engaged in shame interviews of minority candidates. Isn't this the same thing that they did to Shedeur? They made up all this stuff about he didn't have a good interview with this team. He didn't seem like he cared about the game. He wasn't this, he wasn't that. They purposely destroyed his image. They purposely destroyed his character and tried to assassinate his character by all of them colluding and saying the same thing over and over. One of my mentors that I got to be blessed and taught by, man, coming up, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Homer Jackson is his name. And he told me, let me tell you what he told me a while back, man. He said, let me tell you something. He said, man, once one white boy hates you, they all hate you. Yeah. They're going to stick together, the good old boy club, the good old boy system, and they don't care if they lie, steal, cheat, kill, they're going to do whatever they got to do to make sure they get you up out that door or to try to break your spirits. And that's exactly what they're doing to the young brother Shedeur. This is exactly what they're doing to him. But man, I gotta admit, the young bull built from he built from a different cloth, man. I mean, shit, his father prepared him for all situations. I'm just thankful that he's one of the kids that has listened to his father. That's preparing him for life when it comes up with these type of situations. You want to go back to this Greg say that the NFL is racist. Yeah. I mean, look how they did Colin Kaepernick. Look how they did Colin Kaepernick. We can go to any sport, basketball. Look how they did Chris Jackson, aka Abdul Rauf. If I said that right. Once one owner got a problem with you, they all got a problem with you. It ain't the coaches. Maybe the coach can spark that shit, but overall, in this situation, in most situations, it's a joint. It's a joint event, man. It's a joint, you know, all of them in it together. All of them in it together. Wish the Saints would have drafted him, would have been loved by the city. This is coming from a Fins fan. Well, let me tell you something, Cuban. The problem with that is that they were in on it too, brother. They were in on it too. And we all know how shitty the Cleveland Browns organization has been. They say, well, shit, we're going to go and ship his ass over there to Cleveland. Anywhere but where it's sunny, there's glamour, there's fame, there's lights, camera, action, there's great weather. Hell no. We'll ship his ass in dirty old Cleveland. And see, that's the only problem I got with that, brother Cuban Kane, is that they were in on it too, because they could have drafted him. But like I said, once one of them owners don't like you or act like they got a problem with you, guess what? They all got a problem with you. Make sense? But if you go back and look, just Google up some things, man, and look up old lawsuits against the NFL, man, you're going to see, if we had folders, man, you'll see a stack of papers like this here, man. Or maybe like this. I even got the, you know what I'm saying, born and raised, man. I even got the leaf on me. But, man, I already know how it is down there, you know, dealing with Benson them. The Saints owner, Benson, yeah. But he's only doing, y'all, what he's told to do. Because anyone that's on the verge of losing their job or on the hot seat, man, that shit, he ain't worried about losing his job. They told him to do this shit. They told him to do this. He's not worried not one bit about losing his job because this is what they told him to do. Everything's on me. Remember in the press conference? Everything's on me. I make all the calls. I do this. I do that. That's a motherfucker that don't give two fucks and know that his job is secure because he has been given orders from the top to make sure by any means necessary Shedeur Sanders does not win these games. Hell, we hate that he got in there and threw for almost 400 yards, but hey, it is what it is. But we're going to make sure that he doesn't win these football games. What up, OG? How you doing today, brother?
What's good with you, brother?
Man, just going through the motions, man. I remember you on many occasions coming up saying, hey, man, this NFL, we need to quit supporting it. It's a racist system, and we keep supporting some that don't like us. We all just right,
I'm gonna really break it down to you now.
Make sure you speak in the thing where we can hear you, OG.
I said I'm gonna really break it down to you now.
All right, let me hear it.
And coaches, and this ain't racial. This is just facts. They're crackers, and what I mean by crackers, if you do history, the cracker on the plantation is the one that whooped your ass when you got out of line. The owners are the plantation owners, and the coaches are the crackers. They do what the owners tell them to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you agree with me saying that Cleveland coach Kevin Stefanski, he's only doing what the owner of the organization is telling him what to do. He has been given an assignment to make sure that nothing goes well for this young boy.
No doubt.
Got you. Man, I was told that sometimes as a father, that our karma would come back on our kids. Could this be a case with Coach Bryant?
It's possible. It's possible, but let me tell you something. I watched a little bit of the NFL, but I stopped watching the NFL when they dogged out my boy Barry Sanders. Now you see how long ago that was. I
Yes,
don't even
sir.
watch it. I don't even watch it.
Got you.
Yep.
Got you. Probably the greatest running back that ever played the game. Not probably. He is the best running back that ever played. The greatest running back ever played the game. Then we got Walter Payton, Sweetness, all them boys, man. But yeah, y'all, I'm just looking at it like this, man. That good old boy club, I'm telling you, man, I was so impressed with Shedeur yesterday, but the thing of it is that this was nothing new. This was nothing new what this kid was out here doing. I'm sorry, this young man. Let me put it that way, because he's definitely standing on all 10, man. Then when you get to the post game or the pre-game interviews, the questions that they ask him, always trying to trip him up and get him to say some things so they can go write about it in the damn tabs. And then here we go, got some controversy about what he didn't say. But I'm gonna tell you something else that these devils don't like over there. When you start preaching and talk, I ain't gonna say preaching, but when every word come out your mouth talking about God and Jesus Christ and how you believe in the Lord and this and that there, for them to be Christian folks, they say they hate that kind of talk, man. They can't stand for a brother to have that type of faith.
I keep telling you, them people.
You can see it eating them up inside when Shedeur talks like that, because the demon can't come out right there and take his place, rightfully take his place.
I keep telling you, the dominant society is not Christians.
Oh, no doubt. Because a Christian wouldn't do another Christian, with Shedeur being a Christian young man, they wouldn't do another Christian that way. And if you're a Christian, you would do what God is telling you to do, which is try to be righteous. But but my whole take on everything this morning is that he's only doing what he's told to do. Nothing more, nothing less. So if you think something look off, if you think something looks out of place, and you think that the coach needs to be fired, they're not going to fire him. They're not going to fire him because he's been told to do this. They treating Shedeur like the system treats us out here. And I know people, they don't want to see me go here with that, man. But it's the honest to God truth. It's the honest to God truth, man. Clearly outplayed the number one draft pick, which, like I say, I support Cam Ward. He's another young brother trying to make a living. But even deep inside of Cam Ward, he got outplayed yesterday. He knows he got.
They're setting Shedeur up for failure.
Well, you know what Shedeur said? He said, well, man, if you think I'm going to fail, it just ain't going to happen. And I'm going to ride with him on that. It just ain't going to happen. So, only thing I can say is, man, even if you don't watch the NFL, just try to support the young brother, man, and hope that everything works out for him, because the way that they're going, they're hoping that he gets hurt. That's why you have the the different offensive linemen in there every other play. You don't have a group of linemen that's out there every down. They're switching them in and out. That leads up to false starts, being lined up all sides, snap, not knowing the snap counts, the cadence, and all that type of stuff. So yeah, like you say, setting them up for failure. But I was joking about them yesterday when I was talking about they need to be investigated. But you know what? As I look on social media, that seems to be the topic that the Cleveland Browns organization need to be investigated. For tampering the sports bet. So we already know the boy can play, the young man can play, but everything that's going on with him in Cleveland, this is supposed to happen. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is out of place, y'all. Everything that the coach is doing, the offensive coordinator, whoever else, the quarterback coach, they're all in cahoots, man. This is supposed to happen. This is what they were told to do. So with that, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Hope everyone has a great, great morning, and we'll be back later tonight, man. All right? Anything you want to say, OG, before we get up out of here?
The NFL stands for not for long.
Right on. All right, brother. I'll holler at you in a minute, man.
I'm out.
Salute the OG, man, coming through, man, blessing the channel. But yeah, NFL, not for long. But if you go through and look back at the lawsuits that's been filed over the years with the NFL, you will see. You'll see exactly what's going on. All right, man. Y'all be cool, man. I'm up out of here, man. Have a good one. Peace.